And it's another week and another set of offers in GTA Online, and we're starting with a car that isn't on offer, and that's the Grotti Turismo Classic. And the reason I'm starting with a car that isn't on offer is because yet again the offers aren't brilliant. We've had a couple of really poor weeks in terms of car offers. The earning opportunities have been good, but there's not really been much to spend it on. So this is the test ride. This is the LS Car Meet HSW test ride this week, so I thought, do you know what, now's as good a time as any to give it a review. I've never actually reviewed this car before, so as I say, this is the Turismo Classic, based on the absolute classic that is the Ferrari F40, and this is as brilliant in the game as it is in real life. It's one of the few cars that actually has an interior that is reasonably close to the one in the real car, and so much about this car is close to the real one as well. As you can see there from the handling, you can certainly see why Lando Norris's F40 ended up looking like this. Yeah. So in real life, this was way ahead of its time. Carbon fibre V12, I believe it was, ridiculously powered, incredibly fast, but because it's so light, the handling could be challenging. And it's the same in the game. Around the track here, or around the lap of the map, it is very skittish. It oversteers quite a lot because it's so light. The slightest little clip of anything and you find yourself going backwards through a hedge. So what I thought I'd also do in this video is actually showcase some of the tracks that we're going to be using in the GTA Track Day streams that we're hoping to start very soon. We wanted to get these out in December, but I guess life got in the way. So myself and Benny's Original Motorsports have been working on this. We've now got a couple of extra guys involved, and these are guys that design and develop their own tracks. So what I thought I'd do for the reviews for this week, as well as doing my lap of the map, I thought I'd test them on some of the tracks that you're going to be able to use if you want to jump on the stream with us. So these are tracks by a user called Quite the Rhino, and there's a user called JP, and these tracks are immense quality. This is Circuit of the Americas, and right down to the buildings, the environment, everything about what these guys do is awesome. And the car itself couldn't be more different on the track than it is on the road. That skitty handling, or skittish handling should I say, isn't anywhere near as big of a problem on a track as it is on the road, because, well, there's nothing for you to hit. And that seems to be what throws this off. It's so light, if you clip a car, if you clip a curb, it can throw you all over the place. But on a perfectly smooth track like this, that tricky handling actually turns into quite fun handling. And bearing in mind that this car is incredibly fast, it's one of the fastest HSW cars in the game, even though it sits in the classics category. But the only challenge with putting a decent lap together on my normal route is the fact that it's so light. That makes putting a clean lap together incredibly difficult. So I've got a couple more of these booked in for this week, and in each one I'm going to be testing the car somewhere I think it feels at home. So this one, Circuit of the Americas, seems like a really, really good shout. So I've got tests that are recorded and are just being edited now. I'm doing one for the Ruston, and I'm doing one for the Vamos. So if you want to have a look in the comments and give me a guess of which track you think I'm going to be using to test those on, let's see if any of you get that. But back to the car in the game. And it is a reasonably expensive car. All of the HSW cars are expensive. The first time you might have used this is when you unlock the HSW upgrades by completing House Special Race. But quite often a lot of people never go back and buy it. And that is a shame, because this is an incredibly good car. I do wish it had the round lights. I really do wish it had the round lights at the back, but I will forgive them because it's so good in so many other ways. So before we close this review out, let's just have a look and see what it does for the top speed. So the finish line's coming up just up here under these silos. And there we go. That's not bad at all, especially for an old car. So what do we think of this thing? Is it worth buying this week? Well, it's not on offer. It's definitely worth having. It's a car that everyone should have. Would I buy it this week? Probably not, unless you've made so much from the payphone hits and from the nightclub that you're just running out of things to spend your money on. Unless you're desperate for it, I would wait until it appears on offer, but I suppose it's a reasonable-ish price for a HSW vehicle. So as we come to finish, this is where it kind of starts to struggle a little bit. As you'll see, on the freeway we're doing just fine, but as soon as you get into this final section over the bridges where the roads are a little bit narrower and there's a lot more traffic on them, it starts to run out of talent. Well, both it and I start to run out of talent really quickly, and you'll see that quite often the slightest little glance, slightest little clip sends you out of control, and because it's so powerful you often end up spinning out and facing backwards. And that's why I struggle to put together a clean lap for this. I did quite a few laps to try and get a representative one for this video, and it's definitely capable of going quite a bit faster than I got this one round, because this end section was just not really all that clean at all. Lost a fair bit of time here, but in general I think this is a brilliant car. I think it's one everyone should have. As I say, this week might not be the best week to buy because it's not on offer, but it's definitely worth a place in your collection. And here's the time it managed to do. And here's where it sits on the lapboard. So as you can see, not a bad time. It is definitely capable of going under 8 minutes. Definitely, but just maybe not with me at the wheel. So thanks for watching, I hope that was useful. I'll have a couple more for you later in the week, so remember, smash the like button, hit subscribe, and do jump into the comments and let me know which tracks you think I'm going to use to test the Vamos and the Ruston. So take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all in the next one.